Good afternoon. Today I am going to bake traditional South African biscuits or cookies, depending on where in the world you are and depending what you call them. This is my grandma's recipe. That one there. The recipe is in Afrikaans, but I will be putting it in English in the description below. My grandma passed away in 1981. So today I am going to make her biscuit recipe. And it is a traditional South African recipe that South Africans like. It's called soet cookies in Afrikaans. But my South African subscribers will know what I'm talking about. But yeah, let's quickly read for you the recipe out. It's 5 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of butter, a 1/4 cup of milk, 1 egg, 5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of fine cloves, and some lukewarm water. And then it just says sieve all the ingredients together until it makes a nice dough. And then you roll it out, you cut it out, and you bake it in a medium oven. I've already switched the oven on, 180 degrees Celsius. So let's start. Let me just get the butter out, or the margarine, depends on what you use. And let me just get I've put all the ingredients here. Here's the flour, here's the margarine, the milk. Here, I'm going to put a little bit of cinnamon with the cloves. There's the cloves, there's the cinnamon, the baking powder, the egg, and I will get the lukewarm water now. So we need 5 cups of flour. Oh, and I need the sugar. Let me quickly get some sugar as well. We need quickly 2 cups of sugar. Let me just place the container there. Okay, so let's put, this is going to make a big batch. And Mom loves these cookies or biscuits, just what you want to call it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 1 cup measure. 5 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, let me just take these containers out of the way so that I have more space to work here. And then your 5 teaspoons of baking powder. There's your 1 teaspoon measure size. So we need 5 of them. One. What's that? Two. 3. 4. 5. Okay, 1 teaspoon cloves and 1 teaspoon cinnamon. Let's quickly sift this together and then we will do the rest. Those are just hard particles for the sugar, so not a problem. Just take it out. Okay. Then you want your take your egg, your milk, and you want to mix it together. So I'm just going to get a cup quickly and do that. It's 1 egg. Just move this to the side here. And it's a 1/4 cup of milk. So let's measure our 1/4 cup of milk. There we go. It's like 50 milliliters of milk. Just getting a fork quickly. And then you put your 2 cups of margarine or butter. Let me just. And then you're going to mix everything together until it's a nice dough. There's 1 cup of your butter. Let's quickly put the 2nd cup in. They said water, but that is just optional for if your dough is maybe too stiff and you can't mix it. You put a little bit of extra water or a little bit of extra milk in. I'll use some milk. There's our 2nd cup of margarine. And then I'm going to just take the wooden spoon and I will use my hands as well. I just want to mix the water and the margarine, the milk and the egg in. Because you want a stiff dough so that you can roll it out and make your little balls with. Did wash my hands. And it's a nice little cookie dough recipe. Like I said, I will put it in the description in English. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it into the egg cup here that I mixed, and I'm just going to put it in. You need to get it to bind together. So that you can make a nice dough out of it. There we go. There's our dough. So what I'm now going to do is I'm just going to let it rest for a few minutes so that I can quickly clean my countertop up, and then I will be right back with the cutting of the cookies. What I'm now going to do is I am quickly going to put some little bit of margarine and a little bit of flour on my baking trays, so that the cookies doesn't stick to the baking tray. So I just use a normal brush. And then you just want to lightly, they say this is non-stick, but I normally do it. Even though it's non-stick, I use a little bit of margarine and a little bit of flour. This is what you do, and then because and then you just take a little bit of flour and you just line it like that, and then you just do the same with the other pan. I'll be using the fork to press it down. And that's what you do now. You're gonna just roll your little balls out. Do the biscuits and share it with you guys as well. So this is now how far we are. So now I'm gonna just take the back side of the spoon. I'm just gonna lightly flatten them. Hello, Brody. Are you coming to inspect what Mommy is doing for YouTube? Are you coming to inspect what Mommy is doing? So this is now what I'm doing, is I'm just pressing them down a bit. So that I can quickly do the other tray before I put them in the oven. We're gonna get a nice batch of cookies or biscuits, just what you want to call it, out of this one. Out of this batch. Might get a few trays out. Okay. They are ready to go to the oven. I have preheated the oven already. It's already on heat. We can place our 2 trays in there now. And they will bake for like 25 minutes. And we will be back when they are coming out. Our biscuits have been in the oven for 20 minutes now. I'm just quickly going to test them. It's coming out clean, so we can take them out. Then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put them on the cooling racks and put them aside, so that we can actually, they came out nice. So they're not too dark, because you don't want them too dark. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to place them on the cooling rack so that they can cool down. And then we're going to quickly do our last dough, get them in the oven. Yeah, be careful not to burn yourself. Nice. They came out nicely. I'm just placing the plank here because I just want to place one of the sheets on it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just continue, just quickly do our last little bit of the dough. They take 20 minutes to bake. Okay, those two sheets of cookies are now cooled down. This is a bottle, a cookie jar that I've just decorated. I just spiced it up a little bit with some pebbles and some nice little things, and I put the word cookies on there. So we're going to take the ones that's cooled down and we're going to place them in here. And then Mom can come and enjoy herself out of the cookie jar. The cookies or biscuits, just what you want to call it, are now done. I am going to give Mom one and we're going to have a taste test. And she's going to tell me what she thinks of it. Mom?
Thank you.
This is what they look like.
Hello everybody. I'm going to taste the real South African traditional cookie that Bernie made. And I think it's going to be very, very nice. I'll tell you now.
Honest opinion, Mom.
This is how I know. As a child, I can remember this. It's beautiful. It's very nice. Nice and soft, tasty, everything.
Thank you for watching, everybody. See you in the next one.